When searching for advice on how to grow your Twitch stream, you're going to come across experts who tell you a lot of things that you should be doing. But there are a few things that you want to make sure that you're not doing as well in order to help your channel grow. In this video right here, I'm going to tell you the 3 things that I stopped doing and it helped my channel grow right away. What's up everybody? I'm Cubos of Cubos Games, and I'm a small streamer who is taking the knowledge that I'm learning as I go on growing my channel, and I want to give it back to other people so that they can grow theirs too. And like I said, I'm going to talk about 3 things that I stopped doing, and they're helping my channel grow right away. It's things that are super easy to implement, and we'll just jump right in. The first thing that you want to stop doing is going in unprepared. You want to have an idea of how you want your stream to go, whether that be scripts already made up for when people follow or sub to your channel, or something that you say automatically when some troll jumps into your chat and starts telling you what to do or making your chat a toxic place. Now, I'm gonna assume that you've already picked a schedule of what days you're going to stream and what time you're gonna start. And in last week's video, I talked about time management and sitting down about half an hour ahead of your stream and getting everything ready to go so that right when the time comes for you to actually hit start streaming, you're ready to go. So with the scheduling and the time management stuff out of the way, you want to go a little more in depth now and start doing things like scripting and having a stream plan. And a stream plan can be as simple as what games you're going to play that day, roughly what time you're going to play them, the topics of conversation that you have mapped out in case you have some dead chat, maybe some announcements, things that are happening in your personal life or upcoming things for the stream even maybe. And for scripting, we're talking about things like when people follow or sub to the channel, you already have a little scripted message that you can just add their name into and you already know what you're going to say, so you don't have to wing it. For example, when somebody is in my stream and they subscribe to my channel, I already have a script that says, "So-and-so has been cubed. Welcome to the family and thank you for joining us here." It's one of those things that people seem to really enjoy being a part of, and it becomes sort of a staple of your stream. People expect to start hearing that more and more. And how and what you script is completely up to you, but I do suggest sitting down, taking the major things that might happen in your stream and just writing down a sentence of what you're gonna say when those things happen ahead of time and put them somewhere where you can see them. Mine are actually sitting up on the wall there right behind this camera so that when things happen, I can just automatically do it. The more prepared you feel and the more prepared you are, the better it comes across to your viewers when you're on stream, and it just generates a better feeling for those people who are watching your channel, and it makes them want to stay. All right, the second thing we're going to talk about is don't call out your lurkers in chat.
Hey, I'm just here to watch the stream very quietly.
Hey lurkers, come talk to me. Some people are there just to watch and listen and enjoy your content. They don't always want to interact in your chat, and you shouldn't try and force them to. I recently read a statistic that said that only between 5 and 25% of your viewership is actually going to interact with you in chat. So you have to remember that potentially 75 to 95% of the people who are watching you are not actually going to want to talk or throw emotes in the chat. That's a huge bulk of your viewership. And if you keep trying to force them to come out of the woodwork and interact with you, eventually they're just gonna leave. And I've made the mistake of calling these people out and saying, hey, why don't you interact? And just seen my viewership tank for days in a row. What I had to figure out and remember every day is that they're there, they're in your stream, they are your viewership, they are your numbers, and they are there supporting you. So just leave them be. Let them enjoy your content the way that they want to. There will be others who want to chat and interact, and you need to make the most of those people and let the lurkers be and let them do their thing. All right, the third thing that we're going to talk about, and I probably shouldn't have left this to last, honestly, but it's don't let other people dictate your content, right? You're going to have friends and family who have good suggestions, and you should listen to them. But ultimately, your stream is yours. And on the flip side of that, you're going to get trolls and people who just want to get a rise out of you, either in your chat or they're going to donate to you and say, hey, say this, or I will give you this if you do this. And what you do with that is completely up to you. But remember that everything on Twitch can be clipped. So you need to be careful, and you need to keep the content the way you want it to be. Just because somebody donates or cheers you bits or even has some kind of off-stream emotional connection to you does not give them the right to dictate your content. Make sure that you're putting out the best content that you can that feels good to you, and other people are going to notice that, and they're going to continue coming back for that. You have to remember that there are tens of thousands of streamers on Twitch alone, and each one is making their own style of content, and there are millions of viewers looking for different styles of content. So do your thing, and eventually you're gonna find people who like what you're doing, and they'll stick around. And having said that, I'm gonna lead into a bonus tip, and the bonus tip is don't get discouraged. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Some people are gonna get incredibly lucky and have one of the big streamers feel very generous and give them a raid one day, but the chances of that happening to you or me are pretty slim, right? Keep giving your best content and people are gonna start sticking around. The numbers are gonna start to stack up. And if this is something you wanna do full time eventually, just like me, you gotta remember that it's gonna take time. Nothing ever happened just overnight. This isn't a job where you just get to hand in an application, do an interview, and you get paid after your first 7 days. Everything that I'm doing for Twitch and for YouTube is a passion project that I would love to see become a full-time gig and make a living out of it. But it's gonna take a while for anybody to get to a point where they can turn this into a full-time thing. What I think we need to remember, myself included, is to just keep putting in work, be consistent, stop comparing yourself to other streamers because that's doing you no good. I haven't been doing this for very long, and I have days where I am discouraged and I think about, why do I keep doing this? But then the next day comes around and I get some positive feedback or something great happens in the stream or I have a really good time and I think this is why I'm doing this. So keep finding the small things that keep making you want to do this, and eventually you're going to look back a year later and go, I've been successful at it. And I hope we both have been. Okay guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button down below. Check me out on Twitch and Twitter, get connected with me. I'd love to hear some feedback from you guys. Leave a comment. Until next time, thank you. I love you. Bye!